playing around with FLUX, the new image generation model. It's been out from Black Forest Labs for a month or two, I think. It is actually creating very good images. Look at this image that I just created. Very minimal amount of code. I don't have to install anything on my computer. All I need is a Huggingface token. Now I'll show you how to do that. I did try using Stable Diffusion a few months ago to get an image like this. You have to download LoRa's and stuff like that from the get-go. But the fact that you can actually create realistic images without doing any additional work like that is actually mind-blowing to me. This is actually progressing very quickly. So I do want to create apps, SaaS apps based on images and social media posts. I'll be documenting that here bit by bit. I will be showing you what I learn along the way. Subscribe and leave a like. I will be talking about all kinds of SaaS related activities. I do have other products, SEO related products, content generation products. So I will be talking about all that and all the AI news tools and stuff like that. About me, I'm a software developer from London. About 20 years software developer. Also a digital nomad, currently traveling around as well. This is the image that we are going to generate. Well, probably not exactly the same image. I will give you the code in a gist, maybe. You can copy, paste from there. I think I'll put it in a school community. So I do want to create a school community. So this is the file here that generates that image. Very simple. All you need is a Hugging Face token. It is free to use there on inference endpoint. And it is warm because a lot of people are using it. So you don't have to host it on your own space. But if you need not a dedicated on zero GPU, you can do that as well. And maybe I'll briefly talk about that as well. Get your Hugging Face token. If you go to Hugging Face, you search for FLUX. And that is the FLUX One Dev. They have different models, FLUX One Dev, FLUX One Pro, and FLUX One Schnell. Schnell is the fastest model, but it's not as good. Dev is similar to Pro. Pro is even more better quality. Yeah, I'm using Dev. This is the model card. You can copy that. That's where you get this thing from, Black Forest, that endpoint. You can also test creating an Apple directly to the inference API. They do have a small, obviously you need to log in for that. Let me just log in. And also I'll show you how to get the token, Hugging Face token. So if I do that in Apple, it will take a while though. So we'll just run it and come back. While that is running, I'll show you how to create the HF token. You go to settings, open that in a new window and go to access tokens here. This is create a new token, select fine grain, ABC, something like that. And what you need is the inference calls. And you can scope to specific endpoints, but it doesn't matter. You can just put that there. That's the main thing for the inference calls. And then once you create that, you create a environment variable either and put it in the env file with that or something that can be read from the file. So that's about it, the setup really. And then you copy this code and put, how do you say, a beautiful sunset. And then you do Python generate image. Now that is running. Actually, I do want to interrupt that. So because it is running on zero GPU, it does mean that it may be busy. Other people may also be using it. So increase, beautiful sunset increase. So yeah, sometimes it fails depending on the demand actually. So let's try that and go back to our browser here and then see an apple. And it's pretty realistic. It has that, it doesn't have that plasticky feeling to it. It has those imperfections. So you can use these images for like social media, your articles. I'll be integrating this to my other products pretty soon as well. So you can do all sorts of stuff here. People have done different styles. But anyway, that's basically it, how to use it. And look at the downloads that month. But if you have a Spaces or like a pro account on Hugging Face, you can create your own inference API endpoint. You basically do create a new space there. You can select the pricing, or what I do normally is host on zero GPU. And that's basically free, a shared GPU between a bunch of users. So it may not be always available, but it is good to prototype new applications. And that's what you do. You just launch it like that. And then you have a endpoint. It's a bit different when using that to connecting your own inference endpoint. I will show you that one as well very quickly. So image spaces. So this will look something like this, you have to use Gradio client. If you put it in the cursor or the cloud, give it the your space name, it will create this URL for you. Or you can just, it's just your username and then the rest of the space. Yeah, this is my space, and you can connect to VS Code and everything. But this is just for me. Yeah, this is the generated image from the first run. A beautiful sunset. It's not bad at all. This is how you run with your own space, if that makes sense. A little bit different. Beautiful sunset over a mountain range. So let me just Python generate API spaces. Yeah, it will basically use the Gradio client and generate the image. I'll just show you that one as well. Just one line. You give the prompt and the API name predict. The difference is though that this one will store the result in some random directory and on your machine. Let me just show you. But this is just for demo purposes, right? Yay. And it's also in WebP format. Let's ask cursor though. The image as a PNG. Using Pillow, we are saving it as a PNG format. Oh, that is actually not bad at all. I like it. Subscribe, leave a like, subscribe to my newsletter, and also check out my products.